Hey y'all, I am the creative lady, aka Nappylicious TV. In today's video, I am going to do a tag video. I just watched KELSEE BRIANA JAI'S tag. I think it's the If I Could Only Keep 10 Eyeshadow Palettes tag video. I have been seeing this video going around YouTube and I've been thinking about it, and today, first day of spring, I'm like, okay, why not? What you got to do? You hunkered down with the quarantine and the self, keeping to yourself. But okay, I got my 10. It was hard because I am an eyeshadow hoarder and I love eyeshadow, okay? So I picked 10, and there were some that were fighting to get in here. One of them not in here because I couldn't find it, but let me get in with the first palette. First palette is a Too Faced, in no particular order, Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I got this palette when it first came out. I went from here to yonder to get this palette. I was stressed out over this palette, so this palette would have to always be with me forever and ever, amen, okay? But I do like the colors in here, and let me try to show you the shades in here. Hopefully my light is not washing it out, but these are some neutral tone colors, really, really pretty, that have a little pop of, neutrally peachy, hence peachy palette, okay? But one of them is like my favorite, and I think it's the one called Luscious, and I think it's up here. It's right here. It is so pretty to me, and I got a swatch that I'll show you of this palette, but I absolutely love the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Love it. I would have to grab it. If the mailman said we got to get out of here, you get your makeup, whatever that would be in there. The next palette that I have is by Super from the crayon case, and it's called Watch Me Blush. I thought this was a blush palette, but it's not a blush palette, but it's an eyeshadow palette, but you can use it for what you want. But it's by the crayon case. I've had this for a while. I love this palette. The shades in here, it's again kind of neutrally, but pops of color if you want to kind of go ocean blue if you wanted to, or just a little bit of sunset colors. Okay, love this. Will I swatch one? One of my favorite shades in here is called Old Banana, and it's right here. And let's see, it's just a yellow shade, but to me, it is so buttery. It's just a pretty shade to me. Okay, so that's Old Banana, and I better save some room on my arm. But another reason I got this one, I think this one's called Sweet Tea. It's this one right here called Sweet Tea. And let's swatch it. And this shade, again, it's just a pretty color to me, and I love it. So I would have to grab the crayon case Watch Me Blush palette, okay? So I got that one. So the next one, in no particular order, it's new to my collection. Like, well, no, I guess I've had it about since summertime, and this is the NATASHA DENONA palette, and this one is called the Sunrise palette, and this was to me one of her first ones that I was watching when she brought the price down, along with just fewer shades in here. But there are 15 shades in here that you can definitely create some pretty looks with, and I just love one of the shades in particular, and this one is called Carnelian, I believe, and it's this color right here. It's coming off a little different here, but this is it on my finger, and again, I'll try to swatch it, but I'm not doing good with swatches. But I absolutely love that shade. I like sunsetty type, because I figure if I gotta evacuate, let me be evacuated to somewhere tropical, okay, where I can be cute and tropical. So the NATASHA DENONA Sunrise palette. I want the Metropolis palette, but right now I cannot justify paying that amount of money for that one. So I have what I consider to be in my collection a janky dupe for that, okay? And it's not a janky palette, but it's just what I'm considering. And there's a couple of reasons why I chose this palette. It's a Revolution Beauty palette. It's by Petra. Petra, I believe, is a YouTuber. I don't follow her, but when I saw the palette on the website, I loved the colors. And it's hard to open, but it's Look at that. It reminds me sort of kind of the NATASHA DENONA Metropolis palette, probably because of that pop of blue right here. To me, you know, it could be whatever you want it to be, but I just loved that I could have all of these shades of color that I would have at my disposal to create, again, a variety of looks. When you're picking eyeshadow palettes, when I'm picking eyeshadow palettes, I like variety. One of the shades in here in particular reminds me of one similar to the ABHvina palette, which is why I did not choose the ABHvina to grab with me. And in her palette, it's called I'm Shook. And this is it right here, right here. And I'll put some swatches up. The shade, it reminds me of Wigglies by ABHvina. And again, this one is called I'm Shook. Okay, and again, this is the Petra palette. I don't know if it's still available on the website, but you can check. But yeah, I love this, and I love just the variety of shades in here. All right, so the next palette, this one is one of two that I own, Mented Cosmetics. You know, the first one that they shipped out to me that I purchased was damaged, and they told me just go ahead and keep the, you know, the damaged one. But they're so tight, y'all, so let me try to not to damage it. Okay, so this is a neutral tone palette. Love, love, love these shades. Everyday neutrals for the brown girl. Okay, love this shade. I'm not gonna swatch any of them, but I just love the everyday palette. Love it. Okay, and the shade, the payoff is nice, along with the formula is a very, very nice formula. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so here is kind of a new one to me. This one right here I've had for a while, the ABH NORVINA palette. It's purple. You know, purple is one of my favorite colors, and if everybody can't go, I'm gonna take this ABH palette right here. Definitely all of the different shades of purple, pops of color here, some blues, some darker shades. You know, you can create a myriad of looks with this palette. I would have to take this ABH, the purple one. I don't know what volume it is, but yeah, it would have to be rolling with me. Okay, I don't know if I did a look with this one. If I did, I'll link it up here. Okay, moving on along, my first Juvia's Place palette. This was, I think, their original eyeshadow palette, and of course this is the Nubian by Juvia's. Again, beautiful neutral shades, and I just have to take it with me because it is a pretty palette. I would have to keep it. Different shades. Again, it's kind of reminding of me of the Mented palette, but different. You know, Juvia's, this is to me the first one they came out with when they were slamming with that formula and blowed us all away, and I'm like, you're coming with me. So I gotta keep the Nubian by Juvia's Place. It's gotta go with me. This palette right here, I'm wearing some today along with some of the other ones that are in here. It's the Violet Voss. What is it called? This one is called the Vibes palette. Okay, and it's the neon pressed pigments, and it has a mirror in it, so I'm not gonna blind you with that. But I love this rainbow myriad of colors to choose from. In order to build up the shades, you might have to put a primer on. I don't have a primer on today, and I got, you know, good payoff. So I would have to definitely pick this Violet Voss palette to keep in my 10 only collection. Okay, but look at these. Again, sunsetty colors, pops of, you know, jewel tones. I absolutely love this palette. I love it, love it. This is the Lulu palette by Juvia's Place. I love this palette because I'm an AKA, so if I have to go somewhere, I need, you know, I need a good green. And this one right here is really, really pretty, and I got to swatch it for you. This one, I don't know if it has names on it. I can't see the names, but it's the one in the center, this particular green. And here's the swatch here, and let me bring it right here to you. You can't really see. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I cannot live without that shade. I mean, I can, but I would not want to not have this particular shade of green with me. Again, when I first got this palette, I was like, ooh, those are some scary looking colors, but it is very wearable for me, and I have to have this purple in here because, of course, this purple is one of my favorite colors again. So let's come down here and put this purple on. Okay, it had to come with me. It had to be here with me. This yellow and the orange, again, these sunset, you know, vacation tropical colors. I mean, just, yeah, come with me. This, yeah, just come with us. To round out my collection is one more Juvia's Place palette, and this is the Magic palette. I absolutely adore this palette. I got a little bit of it on today, and this color right here, which is second row, second over, I got that in my transition color area here. Again, it's got a green in here. It's got a beautiful shade of pink in here that I will try to swatch for you down here. Okay, you can't really see it too well from here, but it is like a, girl, where you going? I love it. And there's another shade of pink in here, some blues, some greens. Even a gold tone that's in here. Do I have enough? Okay, if you got to go somewhere and you want to just, look at that. Love it. So I would definitely keep these 10 palettes in my collection if I had to just only keep 10. The honorable mention that's in here, that's not in here, that I would have had to figure out, okay, who's going to move over. It's the original palette by, it's a YouTuber, it's my Ray Ray. Her original palette, it was like the one you fold over. It is in one of my travel bags somewhere. That's just how much I love that palette. It's like a face palette, eye palette, blush palette, I think, I don't know, but contour, I think that's what it was. But I love, love, love that palette. And if you are a makeup lover like me, an eyeshadow hoarder like me, go ahead and do the tag. Figure out what 10 palettes you would keep if you could only keep 10. It was hard, y'all. It was hard, but it was also a fun challenge. So I know a lot of you guys out there love makeup, love eyeshadow. Pick your 10. You are tagged right now. I'll leave KELSEE BRIANA JAI'S video down below, along with the person that she credits as being the originator of the tag. Yeah, it was really a fun tag, y'all. So here's everything in my basket right here. So go ahead and make your video, and I thank you all for watching. Subscribe to my channel, smash the notification bell, join me on Nappylicious TV, and may your hearts be filled with purple joy. Bye, y'all.